I was in a bookstore and I saw a biography on J.D. Salinger and I thought, I should read that. So I bought it. And about halfway through the book, I thought, there's an amazing movie in this story of young J.D. Salinger writing Catcher in the Rye. So I went and I optioned the book and wrote the script, and here we are talking about it. The key piece of casting was casting J.D. Salinger. He's every moment of the film, and the story is the performance. And I watched footage of all the actors, all the best actors in their 20s, mid-20s, early 20s, and late 20s. And then I got to Nick's work. I would watch him from scene to scene to scene in different movies. There was no one like him because he was this chameleon-like character actor that reminded me of Gary Oldman. And I knew I needed someone unbelievably talented because it's this incredible emotional journey that he goes on in this film. I asked 5 actors that I had seen that I all thought were wonderful to come audition for me. And Nick was sort of my secret choice. I was sort of hoping he would nail it. And then he came in, he was amazing, and the second the audition was over, I wanted to give him the part right there. I just knew he was the guy.
And I've played real people before, and that's daunting for sure. When it's a literary icon, yeah, it was terrifying. It's the most scared I've ever been, but that's also a good thing, you know. It means that you work harder, it means that you're scared and you push yourself. I mean, Danny had already written a brilliant script, and I'd read lots of Salinger's work before, but then reading the script, I was like, wow, I didn't know all this stuff about his life, and was intrigued, and I was like, I really want to be a part of this. It was exciting, and I love like getting to learn, and basically my job was like to read his writing and learn about him for months and like try and inhabit as much as I could. It was obviously reading his work, reading about him, all the biographies that I could get my hands on. It's not like doing an impersonation of someone because you don't have recordings of him or videos of him and all those sorts of things, so you have to kind of, you know, research where he's from and then try and figure out a sort of accent that would be appropriate for that, and then a kind of taking in a lot of New York life and inhabiting that, and then yoga and religious learnings and dance classes.
I made him write stories.
I made you do a lot more dance class. You were like, I have a lot of work to do. I'm like, I think we should go back to dance class. Yeah. I'm gonna be dipped again and twirled again. All right, guys.
Yeah, apparently he was a really good dancer, so that was something I had to work on.
You told me you were a terrible dancer, and he's a fantastic dancer. I actually said I was terrible, and I actually am terrible.
That's not true at all. She's a terrific dancer.
I'm literally not.
We looked great
Phenomenal
together.
dancers, and our next movie is going to be us 3 dancing.
I play Una O'Neill, who her father was Eugene O'Neill, and her best friend was Truman Capote and Gloria Vanderbilt, and she dated Salinger and married Chaplin. So she was super embedded in this elite New York society world that I knew not a lot about. It was really fun, and I hadn't read a lot of Eugene O'Neill, and very few of Salinger's short stories, which were amazing.